Well, we're looking forward to a bumper card in the Eastern Cape on Friday. 9 races, some great racing, a feature race. It's really going to be a super day. I'm really glad to be joining Alan GREEFF this morning because first up, before we touch on his runners for Friday, I need to wish him and his team from Halo Stables a huge congratulations on a fabulous Alan Robertson Grade 1 win in the KZN over the weekend by direct hit. And Alan, a remarkable win from another remarkable filly.
Morning, Nadine, and yes, thank you. It was a really enjoyable and exciting weekend, and you got to congratulate everybody from down here at the stables that work so hard, tirelessly all the time, and to the Ridgemont team, Devon Heifer, and all the guys there that support us. It was really great and a good night celebration thereafter.
I'm sure it was. And on that note, a huge congratulations to Ridgemont as well for Canford Cliff's first Grade 1 winner. Super for PE to be involved in a little bit of history. But that was the weekend. We move on to racing in the Eastern Cape on Friday. And first up for the yard in race 1 will be Wild Fig. Now, he is a Fireaway colt having his very first start.
Yeah, he's a nice little colt, and I think he'll run well if he's going to be not to green, but he most probably going to need the run more than anything else.
North Star is another that will be having a first run, and she is a filly by Eric the Red.
Yeah, she's a nice filly, and she, like we said, by Eric the Red, out of a Master of My Fate filly. Feels not very strong on paper by the looks of things, but she has got a little bit of toe and can be competitive if not too green.
And we'll see her in action in race 2. A double of runners as we move to race 3. Artie Kuno, she ran a nice race last time out where she placed against Stronger. She'll be joined by Havana Gray, who's distance suited, and she's better than her last.
Artie Kuno's been knocking at the door and has been a little bit unlucky, but she's just found one too good for her to, so in her last couple of starts, but really knocking at the door. Havana Gray, yeah, she's been quite consistent and she likes the 1,000 meters, and her and Charlie get on like a house on fire and don't write her off.
3 runners moving to race 4. Masked Vigilante, really nice comeback run from this fellow last time out. He ran on all the way home. Beecham Wood Boy, now he's a distance specialist, 7-time winner, all of them over 1,200 meters. He'll be making his local debut. Travel Master joins these two, and he really ran a gutsy, stiff race last time out. He came on from a long way back, and Alan, this will actually be his first start back on turf in quite a while.
Yeah, Travel Master hasn't run on the grass for quite a while, but he was a bit unlucky last time. Beecham Wood Boy, as you pointed out, has won all his races over 1,200, and I think he's going to need a run. He's a nice horse. He could be there and thereabouts. His form is pretty solid, and he's won 6 races. Masked Vigilante, well, he's always there and about the finish, and always finishing off his races quite strongly late. So I think competitive field, and all 3 of these horses are definitely horses with a chance to be in the money.
Moving to race 5, Duchess of Seville steps out. She placed last time out, and joining her will be the ever-improving 2-year-old Olive Oil. She's a beautiful filly. She's placed in all her starts thus far, and she's gotten closer lengthwise off the winners in each.
Yeah, Duchess of Seville is, flattered and deceived us a bit, and she needs to pick up her game a little bit and improve. Olive Oil is a young filly. She has only one eye, and she's been improving with racing and learning about it. She's obviously a little bit disadvantaged compared to the other horses, but taking everything well in her stride, and this is now a good step up in the right direction for her, and can be competitive if she just able to take that turn nice and quietly.
Final Try steps out in race 6. Now, he made his local debut last time out, and it was a good one, a pleasing one. He ran on all the way home, over course and distance, and again similar.
Yeah, I think he's a big runner in this sort of race. Ran on nicely last time, and I think can be competitive.
Now, race 7, this really could be a feature. The field is that decent. It is a Pinnacle Stakes, and here the yard will step out the 4 runners. We're going to start with My Best Shot, of course, our East Cape Sophomore Challenge winner, and an entry for the Hollywood Bets Durban July. He's in especially impeccable form and has won all 5 of his latest starts. He'll be joined by Joy and Peace, who joins us here in Shot, and she's another entry for the Hollywood Bets Durban July. She's unbeaten over course and distance, and she does have best best weighted advantage. Global Ali will also step out. Now this fellow is in very competitive form, runner up in both of his latest starts. He features very well in collateral form. And finally, Mr. Speaker, he comes into this race significantly better off at the weights to his stable companion My Best Shot, whom he last met in the East Cape Derby.
Yeah, My Best Shot tonight really has done nothing wrong this season, and hopefully he can keep on his winning ways. Joy and Peace, she's done really well, and she's really been unlucky. The last 3 races we've entered her, they've cancelled 2 of them, and the other one, they gave her the feature, the Wedgwood 70 kilos, so she has no option but to take on the boys here and take her chances against them. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Global Ali, very consistent and always thereabout. And Mr. Speaker, he's bounced back to form of his last 2 starts and can be competitive.
Now, the Wedgwood handicap that Alan just made mention of is our feature in race 8. It's a non-black type event over 2,400 metres, and it's for the fillies and mares. Here the yard will step out Gideon's Daughter, Lotus Island, First Wish and Woodland Glade.
Yeah, Gideon's Daughter, she's lost her form a little bit in her last 2 starts, but hopefully can bounce back. She, I think, is a filly that just needs to come back to her original form. She does prefer the Polly though. Lotus Island ran 5th in the Derby behind My Best Shot, and didn't run a bad race. She did have to check at a crucial stage and could have been maybe a little bit closer than the 5th suggests. First Wish finished 3rd on that day, and I think she's going to run a big race here and will be suited to this sort of race. Woodland Glade wasn't bad debut first time out, and can find some improvement.
So the yard have a decent string of horses stepping out in the feature. And finally, in race 9, Luna Halo, Lady Silvano, who is on a hat-trick bid and can't say no, will close for the yard.
Yeah, Luna Halo, she's looks like she's been wanting a little bit further of late, and they're running into their final few races, these fillies, so there's most probably 2 more races, including this one once they've raced. So Luna Halo always been consistent and just needs to, pick up her feet once again and find the winning way, but never far off them, except maybe last time she just didn't get into gear. Lady Silvano's on a hat-trick, really done pretty well, and very competitive. She gets her own way and can't say no. Well, she's never far off them, and she needs to drop a little bit in the ratings to be a little bit more competitive, I think.
Well, there you go. That is really a comprehensive breakdown of the Halo Stables runners, and many thanks to Alan.